when the Stanley Cup Final matchup was confirmed, saying, "Oh, this is gonna be boring. It's not fun. Nobody's gonna watch." These 3 games have been the most exciting that I've ever seen watching hockey. They just keep getting better. What am I even supposed to say about this game? Let's be real. A scoreless first period, and then twice in the first couple of minutes of the second period, it looks like the Golden Knights have a goal. Mark Stone, reviewed for offside. Jack Eichel, reviewed for goalie interference. Then just past the halfway part of the second period, delay of game of the Canes, and then the floodgates open. Hurdle 10 seconds in, scores on the power play. It's 1-0. And then here comes Mitch Marner. He scores once. He scores twice. He scores 3 times, a hat trick in just over 6 minutes. The fastest by any player, passing Rocket Richard for a Stanley Cup hat trick. Amazing. It's 4-0 going to the third, and you're saying, all right, Golden Knights are going to win this game. They're going to be up 2-1. Here comes Brandon Bussi, who hasn't played a second in this playoffs for the Canes. Freddie Anderson, who I don't think 3 of the 4 goals he allowed were his fault, but he gets pulled. And then all of a sudden, the Canes, out of nowhere, in the blink of an eye, if you weren't watching, score 3 times in 39 seconds, the fastest by any team in Stanley Cup Final history. But it stays 4-3 for the longest time. And then here comes a power play, a delay of game on the Golden Knights. And then Canes pull the goalie, make it 6-on-4, and Svechnikov scores. And then probably we go to overtime. And we don't just go to 1 overtime. We go to a double overtime. And then, yes, they get a break with a shot that ricochets right off of Bussi's foot. But it's Shea Theodore with the double overtime winner. And the Golden Knights win just a bonkers game, 5-4. They lead this series 2-1. This would have been a really tough pill to swallow for Vegas if they had lost. But they win this game. They maintain home ice. And now the pressure is on Carolina, who loses their first road game of these playoffs, yes. Now the question becomes, if you're Rod Brind'Amour in Carolina, do you start Brandon Bussi in Game 4? My answer is yes. Yes, Freddie Anderson, again, as I said, I don't think 3 of the 4 goals he allowed tonight were his fault. But Bussi made some big-time saves, and the goal he allowed, it was a tough break. But it goes Vegas' way. I would start Bussi. Carter Hart, give him credit. He played very well. This series, man, I'm going to be disappointed if this thing ends at 5. I really hope this thing goes at least 6, if not 7, because it deserves it. What a Stanley Cup final. I don't know. It's almost 1 in the morning. I don't know how I'm going to go to sleep. These last 5 nights with the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Final have been amazing. I can't wait for Tuesday.